In a world where seriousness reigns and laughter is a distant memory, one hero dares to defy the norm. Prepare to enter the zany universe of Zany Zapster. In a time when monotony threatens to dull the vibrant spirit of Corkville, one man stands against the tide of tedium. Armed with wit sharper than a rubber chicken and a heart bigger than his utility belt, he's not the hero Corkville deserved, but the one it desperately needed. Meet Zany Zapster, the anti-hero with a license to thrill and a penchant for pandemonium. With his trusty sidekick Giggles, the hyena with a laugh so contagious it could incapacitate an entire gang of thugs, they're on a mission to spread giggles and justice. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of slapstick showdowns, witty one-liners, and heartwarming heroics. This is no ordinary tale of good versus evil. It's a story of good, evil, and everything in between, sprinkled with a generous dose of fun. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and remember, when life gives you lemons, Zany Zapster makes lemonade, with a twist of chaos.
In the heart of Corkville lies Beep-Boop Burg, a marketplace where the impossible is possible and the improbable is probable. It's a place where you can find gadgets and gizmos aplenty, and where Zany Zapster, our hero of hilarity, often finds himself in the thick of trouble. On this particular day, the burg was abuzz with excitement over the arrival of the mysterious merchant, Madame Mystique, and her collection of curious contraptions. But as the townsfolk perused her wares, a strange phenomenon began to occur. Every time someone made a purchase, they'd vanish in a puff of smoke, only to reappear wearing polka-dotted pajamas and singing sea shanties. Zany Zapster, munching on a corndog, watched the spectacle unfold. "Something smells fishier than my snack," he mused. With a spring in his step and a squirt of mustard for good measure, he approached Madame Mystique's stall. "Madam, your machines are causing quite the commotion," Zapster said, his eyes twinkling behind his anti-glare goggles. Madame Mystique, draped in a cloak of shifting shadows, chuckled. "Oh, dear Zany, they're simply having fun. But if you're so concerned, why not try out my latest invention?" She held out a box labeled the Reality Rearranger. Zapster couldn't resist the challenge. He grabbed the box, pressed the big red button, and instantly, the world around him twisted. The sky turned green, the buildings danced, and the citizens of Beep-Boop Burg floated by like balloons. "Whoa, Nelly!" Zapster exclaimed. He quickly realized that the Reality Rearranger was no toy. It was a device that warped the very fabric of space and time. With a zap here and a zap there, Zapster worked his magic, reversing the effects of the Reality Rearranger. One by one, the townsfolk returned to normal, their polka-dotted pajamas replaced by their usual quirky attire. Madame Mystique, seeing her plan foiled, attempted to make a sneaky escape. But Zany Zapster was one step ahead. With a flick of his wrist, he unleashed the Guffaw Grappler, a net that entangled her in fits of laughter. "Madam, your days of reality warping are over," Zapster declared as he handed her over to the authorities. As peace was restored to Beep-Boop Burg, Zany Zapster took a moment to admire the sunset, now back to its regular shade of polka dots. "Remember, folks," he said with a grin, "keep your feet on the ground, even if the ground decides to do the tango." And with a honk of his nose and a flash of his smile, Zany Zapster zipped away, leaving behind a trail of giggles and the promise of more zany adventures to come.